Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today the topic of discussion is what is full coverage car insurance. Full coverage car insurance usually refers to an auto insurance package composed of collision, comprehensive and liability coverage. However, there is no standard definition of full coverage car insurance and not policy that you can purchase by this term. Indeed, what's considered full coverage car insurance varies by state. Some lenders and employers may require you to carry full coverage car insurance. In everyday language, full coverage auto insurance provides you peace of mind for many potential situations, but it does not cover everything that you might expect from a full coverage policy should, and you will still need to cover your deductible amount. Here's what you need to know. There is given a key takeaways also. Let's discuss these points. The first point that is given here is full coverage is generally used as a term to apply to coverage that meets state minimums plus collision and comprehensive coverage. Full coverage may be required if you finance or lease a vehicle, and for some jobs consider medical payment coverage, roadside assistance, gap insurance, and other policy options. Full coverage can benefit vehicle owners hoping to avoid large out of pocket repairs. The next point that is given what full coverage car insurance covers. Depending on your state, you will likely find several types of coverage included in a full coverage car insurance policy. Liability, collision, and comprehensive coverage. It is important to understand what's included in a full coverage policy and how it's defined. The point that is given is liability coverage. In most states, if you are at fault in an accident, liability coverage helps cover the more other parties' injuries and property damage cost. For example, your liability auto insurance may cover the other driver's medical bills, vehicle repairs, other property repairs, lost wages, and legal expenses in the case of a lawsuit. While liability coverage is mandatory in almost all states, the minimum required amounts vary by type, with bodily liability limits typically higher than physical damage limits. Here are examples of those limits in California and Texas. We are given a comparison between California and Texas, in which bodily liability, injury or death of one person, injury or death to more than one person, damage to property. Bodily liability in California include $15,000, while in Texas include $30,000. Injury or death to more than one person in California include $30,000, while in Texas include $60,000. Damage to property in California include $5,000, while in Texas include $25,000. These limits may be much lower than the cost you are responsible for if you caused an accident. Having full coverage can mean having more than the minimum required coverage. For example, the minimum bodily liability limit in California is $15,000. A full coverage policy may have a bodily limit of $1 lakh. Higher limits afford you greater protection for any assessed. If the other driver sues you for damages exceeding your limit, You would be required to pay out of pocket and lose your assets in a lawsuit. I hope you understand the video.